Find Che. He's already speaking with Maverick Carter about production deals, Shaq.
Well, the kid can act. He can act so good. I actually got a role for him in Kazam 2.
Oh, what a lucky guy.
Look, I made movies when I played. It did not hamper my dominance one bit.
Hey, look, everybody's not Shaq. Everybody can't do that. I have a production company now, just letting you know, Smith Entertainment Group. And I could not have done this while I was playing. Impossible. Che, concentrate on basketball. That's where the bread is buttered.
Let's go out to Kevin Harlan. They're getting ready for the opening tip.
There's a look at downtown Los Angeles from the air. We're coming to you live from the Staples Center. Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday Night Action right here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
And guys, some background on Che, the rare high-profile prospect that stayed in college for 4 years. He told me he doesn't regret the decision, even if it hurt his draft stock. He says he has no regrets and feels he's in a great situation. Guys?
David, thanks for that report. You're right. Not that many top players stay all 4 years.
You know, Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler come to mind. I could see Che having that kind of impact as he builds out the rest of his game.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at the Lakers. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position.
You know, for Los Angeles, every NBA season, there's always going to be some big surprises in store. And I think this season, they'd have to be considered one of the biggest of them all.
Oh, no question. And we're deep enough into the season to know, hey, this hasn't happened by accident. They are genuine contenders here.
Here are the five for the Raptors. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry. And it's Johnson in at the with the new head coach.
You know what's fascinating to me is each individual organization, Kevin, seems to have their own vernacular, their own verbiage to describe their system. So with a new coach, number one, he's putting in a system. Number two, the guys are trying to familiarize themselves with his language, not only the X's and O's, but how does he communicate it?
And yeah, right, that's a good point. The delivery of the message is sometimes as important as the X's and O's.
No doubt.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Toronto. Norman Powell comes in for Kyle Lowry. And Che gets it to go.
Well, zero hesitation from Che right there. Rise and fire with authority.
VanVleet passes to Hollis Jefferson. Good D by James.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Misses the wing J. And so VanVleet will bring it up for Toronto. They trail by 3, defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
You know this, Greg. Nothing gets a crowd into the game more than a bunch of missed free throws. That's one of the worst things you can do on the road.
Undrafted out of Wichita State, Fred VanVleet, never the most heralded player, Doris. But you know, he says he bet on himself, and it's worked.
No doubt. VanVleet's belief in himself gets him a 2-year, $18 million contract. But I think beyond that, this man, in the moments that mattered most in the playoffs, proved that Fred VanVleet will deliver.
To the middle, trying to get open is Ibaka. Count that one from VanVleet. VanVleet's got 8 points.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
And Young kicks to Caldwell Pope. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. To the paint from down low. Off the left rim and out. And the foul called on Che. That's his first foul. OG Anunoby's checked in for the Raptors. For Toronto, they've gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Here's VanVleet. Cousins pulls it in. The Lakers trail. Down low, it's stolen. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Van Vliet. And no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
And this game will be half of the contest they'll play against each other this year.
It's an interesting matchup. Two teams that don't know each other all that well, separate conferences. We'll see which one can dictate the pace early.
Young from outside sinks the three-pointer. He's got 6.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride at stake.
Back to Van Vliet. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Raptors lead by 3.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Young's shot is off.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
The pass to Anunoby. Kicks it to Powell. Now here's Van Vliet. Defense right on him. 6 on the shot clock. Powell, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. A new 14 for the Raptors. And Ibaka slams it in.
And how about Ibaka getting off the floor for that dunk? What a great finish.
Young for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got 9.
That is such a tough matchup for smaller defenders out there. He can simply shoot right over them.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Van Vliet looking around. Ibaka outside. Here's Hollis Jefferson, guarded by Green. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Back to Che. Inside. Cousins against Ibaka. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
Anunoby. Offline with his 3. LA's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Young outside. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
There's Hollis Jefferson. Cousins pulls it in. Lakers shooting 40% here in the early stages. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's Toronto now. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Trailing by 2. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
You don't like to count on points from your reserves, but they had some hot hands coming off the bench.
When you get that kind of a complete effort, that's a game you're going to win far more often than not.
And some changes here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. And Murray's subbed in for Green. And there are a lot of reasons why Cousins is such a dominant force on the floor. You rarely see his combination of size and skill doors.
No question. This is a big man who has got incredible vision, great passing touch, great shooting touch. You think about it. This is a man who is impossible to move off his path because of his strength. So the combination of those two things is truly extraordinary.
Shots good by Ibaka. And the Raptors lead by 2.
Well, Serge Ibaka has really worked on his frame since he entered the NBA. He is someone who can power his way through contact.
And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist from Young.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
from deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good. Shai, he's feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for Los Angeles. He witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. We'll return shortly. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, straight to the floor, making open shot, rolling the basket, screen, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complementary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
So for Toronto right now, Anunoby out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's covered by Murray. Ibaka outside. Up top, Powell. Covered by Shai. Count it. Good. Now it's a 4-point Raptor lead.
I'll tell you, I'd love to see someone take the contact head on. And Norman Powell welcoming the challenge.
Shai dishes to Murray. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Now here is McGee. Caldwell Pope passes to Cousins. 6 to shoot. Young for 3. Powell pulls it in. Raptors leading by 4. The 3 ball. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. VanVleet kicks to Ibaka. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. VanVleet's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, you love how Ibaka goes right up with the shot. Doesn't hesitate for a second off the catch.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Caldwell Pope. The Raptors also changing it up. Marc Gasol's checked in for OG Anunoby. Stanley Johnson comes in for Rondae Hollis Jefferson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Fred VanVleet. Lowry looking around. Ball's knocked loose. Powell against Young. Powell in the high post. He's got 5. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Lakers making a switch here. James is checked in. Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Here's Young. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Raptors have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Powell with the bounce pass. Here's Gasol, and it's good off the back rim and in. Gasol's got 6.
This guy has such incredible touch in the mid-range. There isn't a shot Marc Gasol can't make.
Here's Shai. Siakam against Kuzma. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. And here's Gasol outside. Not going to go that time. And it's the Lakers the other way. Pass to Rondo. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. To the inside. Johnson, the pass to Lowry. Rejected by Young.
All effort on the rejection. Che never short on hustle.
That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. The Raptors have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Johnson finds Siakam. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Kuzma. Here's McGee. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Siakam.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right.
The Lakers have shot 50% from the line, 6 of 12 so far.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Free throw no good for Howard. And the Toronto Raptors knew in trading for Kawhi Leonard that he might not stick around. Even after his decision returned to his hometown of Los Angeles, Greg, the Raptors have to feel good about the way it all worked out for him.
Kevin, the first championship in franchise history, and now they set about working their way back to the mountaintop. Some talented young players and quality vets, not to mention an outstanding front office. I think it'd be a mistake to count them out.
Count that one.
Well, Kyle Lowry can do it all. He is an outstanding passer, but when necessary, as it was right here, knock down the catch-and-shoot jumper.
And Che gets it to go.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Lowry against Young. The drive by Lowry. He feeds it to Ibaka. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the move back to his more natural 5 position has rejuvenated Serge Ibaka. More room to operate offensively, and defensively he can stay in the paint where he's effective.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Howard. And James subbed in for Murray. Davis, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This is his first free throw of the game.
And how about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
And both free throws good for Davis. 35 seconds left in the second quarter. Van Vliet with it, working on Green. Now Van Vliet, and the pass to Lowry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Up and in on the layup. Lowry's got 10 points in the game.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
On its way from Young for 2. Offensive rebound. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Davis.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Toronto ahead. They're up by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Che, a lot of scoring from you in the first half. What are you guys doing offensively that's allowed you to be so successful?
You know what? I think I had some good matchups, and I felt very comfortable with it early on. My teammates have been, looking for me, and I'm guessing the defense will throw me some different looks coming up. But I'll just adjust.
Well, that's what the game up here is about, making adjustments. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a... Young's checked in for Rajon Rondo. The Raptors also with a sub. Powell's checked in. And the Lakers have possession. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Young is out there with Bradley. And it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. That's the Laker 5. Lakers have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. And it's Davis with the jam.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that sixth sense. Wow, what a pass.
Passes it to Van Vliet. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it. Powell, the pass to Van Vliet. Here's Hollis Jefferson. The shot that time, not on target. Kuzma with the defensive effort. On the wing, Che. Covered by Van Vliet. Young from outside. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Gasol's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Hollis Jefferson. James covering. Gasol against Davis. Shot clock at 6. Van Vliet passes to Hollis Jefferson. And the Raptors miss again.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Powell. Count the basket and the foul. That's on LeBron James.
How about the strength and explosive nature of Norman Powell? This guy excels at absorbing contact.
And the Lakers with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Anthony Davis. Howard comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Bradley. And Toronto also making a switch. Ibaka's checked in. And they double up Che. James. And the dunk by LeBron.
You know, you get the sense this guy, the 4 years of college ball helped. He plays at his pace, and he does it with such calm.
Toronto with the ball. And the foul called on Che. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Oh, picked up his 4th foul. Maybe have to scale back his aggressiveness with plenty of time left in this one.
OG Anunoby's checked in for Powell. Van Vliet passes to Hollis Jefferson. The shot from 20 feet away. The rebound by the Lakers.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Kicks it out to LeBron. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Hammers the alley-oop through.
That's about communication between teammates. Dwight Howard, high flying as ever.
Here's Van Vliet. 14 points for him. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Siakam looking around. Toronto working the ball around now. Howard with the steal. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. 5th on the list, JaVale McGee.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Danny Green.
I'll tell you guys, one thing I love about the NBA is the Summer League. Shea is a guy who used it as a launching pad in his career, and he's not the only one.
Van Vliet, a wide open look here for Ibaka. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Los Angeles leading by 5. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
And he makes the first. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse? So well traveled before taking the head job in Toronto. This guy has shown his worth. In his first season as a head coach in the NBA, it translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player coach in the British Basketball League. Then he goes and establishes a G League franchise in his home state of Iowa. Then to lead that team to a title in 2011, join another G League team for the Raptors and win a title in 2013. Really an incredible journey, guys.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Raptors trail by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Anunoby, covered by Che. Clock at 6. Young with the steal. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, this is part of his rise to being an NBA player. Che does such a good job of drawing contact.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game. Free throw, good. Che. A lot of players have taken their game to another level. A lot of improvement they've done individually. Any surprises that have caught your eye, Doris, over the years?
Yeah, I would say probably maybe the greatest single individual leap I've ever seen is by the reigning most improved player, and that's Pascal Siakam. Couldn't get in the rotation consistently in the postseason, and then became such an integral part of an NBA championship team. Kemba Walker, who is an all-star caliber player, all-NBA level guy, continues to stay in the lab and keep improving. So a ton of guys, Domantas Sabonis, another young big who's been incredible. Just great to see guys progress.
Now, here's Siakam. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. 5 on the clock. Here's Anunoby, and the rejection by Cousins.
7'6" wingspan in the house, and he says, get it out of here.
And the Raptors making a change here. Lowry's checked in. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Lakers. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going. You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
It doesn't get any higher percentage than that. Dwight Howard, no doubt, on the dunk.
Raptors trail by 12. And here is Siakam. Banked in off the glass. Siakam's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, an aggressive Pascal Siakam is a dangerous Pascal Siakam. Nicely done.
Rondo passes to Young. Tries again. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Free throw, good. Shea.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really, since we came out of the half.
1:27 left in the third. Lowry passes to Siakam. And Young comes over to help. Siakam kicks to Lowry. 6 to shoot. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Rondo. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Shea's got 6 assists in the game. Raptors trail by 15. Outside Lowry. Siakam outside. Unloads from 13. And that one drops for him. Siakam's got 6 here in this quarter.
I'll tell you, tough first half, puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Here's Young. That shot no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Here's Hollis Jefferson, defended by Young. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got 6 rebounds in the game. Lobbed up there for Howard. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Boy, great ball movement. One thing I love about Shea, this guy always looking for the extra pass.
Siakam against Howard. Over to the left wing. Here's Lowry. Off on that one. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. Back right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Johnson is out there with Lowry, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3, the small forward. Rondo against Lowry. Siakam, right side. Just 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Cousins. Siakam misses.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Young passes to Kuzma and taken away by Johnson. And there's the pass to Siakam. And the rejection by Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Davis is checked in for Los Angeles. Avery Bradley comes in for Rajon Rondo. And Toronto also making a switch. Marc Gasol is checked in for Pascal Siakam. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Gasol finds Hollis Jefferson. And the foul called on Shea. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And you've got to be more careful in that situation. That's his 5th foul, and now he's walking a fine line.
5 to shoot. Passes it to Lowry. There's the triple.
I think people were unaware of the kind of defensive performer Shea could be. Absolutely stifling.
Pass to Lowry. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And the shot goes in.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And both free throws good for Davis. And we are talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Rejected by Young.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
The shot's good from Kuzma.
Well, you love it. DeMarcus Cousins drawing the defensive attention and still has the court awareness to make the play.
The Raptors have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Lowry dishes to Johnson. Will it go? Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Oh, my, I didn't know he had the crossover in his bag of tricks. Now, I've seen it all.
And taken away by Johnson. Outside Lowry. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. The rebound by Young. Lakers leading by 20. Over in the corner, Cousins. His three-pointers off the mark. Raptors have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Kept alive. Outside for Gasol. On the wing, Johnson. Shot clock at 6. The Raptors need to get a shot off. No good from outside. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
Just great timing and great awareness from Marc Gasol. This guy is a relentless shot blocker. And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Cousins, the pass to Young. Over Lowry. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Raptors trail by 20. Here's Johnson, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Kyle Kuzma picks one up. Helps teams if they can keep the rights to their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the... The free throw off from McGee. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. Che, you all leaned on defense to get the win here tonight. Why were you so effective defensively?
I thought it was a great effort from all of us, man. You know, our defense rotations were sharp. We avoided getting caught out of position on most plays. So as long as we do that and close out on shooters, we're a tough team to score against.
Well, it was tough on the other guys tonight, and you all did that, so congratulations. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again.
Hey, Jay. Hey. I got a request from Hank and the Hornet. You good to go?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, cool.
Jay, welcome in. You're on with Hank and the Hornet.
Get real or get stung.
Yeah, how you doing today, buddy?
Hey, I'm good, man.
Awesome. So I want to ask by asking about your growth as a player. You have come a long way since the beginning of the season. I'm just wondering, who's most responsible for that?
Hey, that's a good question, man. I'm going to have to go with Coach.
Okay, why is that?
Because, man, you know, the level of faith he has in me as a player, it allows me to do my thing.
That's all it takes, faith? Man, I keep believing I'm going to win the lottery, but I am rolling snake eyes, buddy. No dice.
I mean, what else you want me to say?
We don't want you to say anything, Jay. We're just asking questions, man.
It doesn't sound like you're asking a question. Hey, what is that?
Looks like we got some beef brewing.
No, man, look, it's no beef, man. I'm just saying, you know, Coach really helped me out. So I don't have any beef with you two.
Of course not, Jay. Just ignore him, okay? He's not housebroken.
I got you.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we got with Che. So, Che, thanks so much for joining us. A real pleasure, as always.
Hey, for sure, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys.
Watch what you say, Che.
Come on, what you talking about, man? Man, y'all tripping, man.
Yo, Che. Thanks for making this.
What's up, man? No problem. What do you need me to do?
You know, I don't actually know. I think you're just going to be running some drills with the kids. Don can tell us more.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Don.
Oh, hey, yeah.
What's up, my man?
Hey, Don. What's up, bro?
Che?
So, look, I'm at your service. Let me know what you want me to do.
Yeah. Just hang on a second. About to do a 1v1 with a camper.
Okay.
Hey, I need a contest winner. All right, there he is. Come on over here, young man. Hey, let me ask you something. Are you ready to go one-on-one with an NBA star? Yeah? All right, man. We're going to let you take it out, okay? Oh. Good luck. Use your best move. Come on, guys. Let's clear out.
No,
all right.
It's cool.
Yeah, easy.
Didn't realize he'd be here.
Hey! Nice shot.
OC from the world. It's cool.
Don, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
Can you fill me in on what we're doing here?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hey, Che, it would be great if maybe after lunch you could run some drills with the kids, you know, a little ball handling, maybe some shooting.
Yeah, I can do that.
Whatever the instructors are doing.
Yeah.
Right? Sound good?
Great.
Awesome. I'll be right back.
All right, thanks, Don.
Thanks.
Sounds lunch.
You know, I don't know. Let me find out for you.
Gotcha.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
All right.